I am making today's film because I want to share something with you guys that has the potential to rescue a lot of you. There is something going on right now that is quite troubling, and that is the reason why I am in the process of making this video. There was a big exploit that occurred lately across the whole cryptocurrency business, and it has the ability to damage each one of you guys who are connecting with one another and sending transactions in any form. Despite the fact that it can sound a little crazy, that is in fact the case. What is going on is going to be explained by me from now on. In today's video, we will discuss how they are carrying out their actions and what you can do to safeguard yourself against them. Consequently, if you have any amount of cryptocurrencies, please pay close attention to what I have to say, since this could potentially spare you a great deal of trouble in the future. So, what exactly is going on? As far as we can tell, there were a number of significant developers who were recently hacked, and now they are alerting you guys about something that is taking place at this very moment. In essence, it was a large exploit that poses a threat to wallets and applications that are related with cryptocurrency systems. This vulnerability has the potential to affect all of these items, including any cryptocurrency wallets you may have, any cryptocurrency exchanges you may use, and any cryptocurrency applications you may have. Indeed, there are developers that are keeping a close eye on this situation and ensuring that their applications are not vulnerable to this hack. Due to the fact that this is so recent, however, many people are still unaware of it. Furthermore, it has an impact on all individuals who make use of JavaScript, which is, of course, the language that the majority of people in the crypto field employ. As a Risu, OLT, Charles expressed his thoughts on the matter. He stated that there is an attack on a supply chain that is taking place on a massive scale. An NPM account belonging to a developer with a good reputation has been compromised. As a result of the fact that the compromised packages have already been downloaded more than 1 billion times, the entire JavaScript ecosystem is currently inside danger. Even after you have entered the address, this malicious payload is able to mislead many cryptocurrency apps and wallets into transferring your Bitcoin to the hacker's address rather than to the person you believe you are giving it to. This occurs even after you have entered the address. Now, this is done in a very complicated manner, which I will explain in just a moment, but a number of cryptocurrency websites that were developed by developers with a good reputation are impacted by this. This is because, of course, this is something that was distributed as an update, and everyone who is utilizing this JavaScript is impacted by this. You can see that the blockchain security company Blockade has stated that the hack affects approximately 20 dozen popular packages, such as color name and color string. NPM hosts packages of reusable code that users may include into their projects. These packages are produced by other people. It alters the destination address of transactions and approvals so that they are sent to the addresses of the attackers rather than the address that you are actually attempting to communicate with. And they do this in a very ingenious way because before you send a transaction to any cryptocurrency wallet, whether it's from an exchange or from a wallet or from some kind of application in the cryptocurrency ecosystem that you're interacting with, you typically see the address actually pop up on screen as a confirmation before you send it. This is why they are able to accomplish this. Additionally, they are taking advantage of that in a manner that is deceiving a great number of individuals. In addition, this is the reason why I am doing this video. This is not something that, just people who are not very knowledgeable will fall for. This is something that it is possible for any single person working in the cryptocurrency field to genuinely fall for. Furthermore, I can picture this happening. As a result, I would like to, delve a little bit deeper in order to bring to your attention what is taking place here. Specifically, this individual, Manal Thakral, came out and provided a more in-depth explanation of the situation. There are two advanced tactics that the malware employs. First and foremost, clipboard hijacking is a technique that involves pasting a wallet address and then covertly replacing it with an attacker's address that is visually identical to the actual address. This makes it incredibly difficult to differentiate between the two addresses. Therefore, they have a large number of wallet addresses that are generated at random and appear to be identical to the one that you believe you are transferring the money to. There might be a few characters that are different throughout, but the overall appearance is extremely similar. Thus, it is very easy to fool someone into thinking that it is the same. As a further option, there is something known as transaction interception, a situation in which it immediately connects to the operations of your wallet when you try to sign a transaction, and it alters the address of the receiver in the background before the confirmation box even shows. As a result, he discusses a few different ways that you can basically defend yourself. It is now primarily targeting Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol, Tron, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash, amongst a few more cryptocurrencies. However, this malware in its current form is not confined to only those cryptocurrencies. Considering that your final confirmation screen is your very last line of defense, you should always make sure to verify it several times before moving on. Additionally, prior to approving each transaction, you are required to carefully check each and every character of the recipient address that you are sending to, either using the wallet app on your mobile device or through the screen of your hardware wallet. Do you agree? Naturally, there were some individuals who had some inquiries. This man right here indicates that this is something that occurs with the NPM code, and that even if you have correctly confirmed your destination, the route is changed behind the scenes. The study in the source code article reveals unequivocally that the virus intercepts the transaction data before it is transferred to the wallet for signing. You explain that if you made the transactions on a hardware wallet and he argues that it is not possible, then the malware is responsible for the interruption. The altered transaction is then sent to the user's wallet for approval after it has been processed. That is, if you examine extremely closely, you will be able to recognize it. Something like this is something that you ought to only verify once more. He inquires as to whether or not smart contracts are impacted. If you are utilizing a decentralized exchange, DEX, for example, this assumes that you have put limit orders in the past and that you have kept track of your previous transactions. It is basically any fresh transactions that are going to take place in the future that you guys need to be concerned about. In light of the fact that this vulnerability has been discovered, it is only reasonable that all of the various wallets, such as Trust Wallet and MetaMask, will be releasing updates in order to remediate the situation. But now that you guys are aware of this until, there is a statement that is made by whatever wallet you are using, and it is just necessary to be conscious of this, is quite likely the most significant exploit that I have ever witnessed in the cryptocurrency field, despite the fact that I have been a part of it. Moreover, it is a really frightening thing. This is something that I do not want any of you people back at home to experience because it could result in the loss of your cryptocurrency. A number of people's life could be irreparably damaged by this. In addition, I want you to know that this is the one last thing that I want for you. Additionally, this individual right here poses an issue that I believe is of great significance, and I believe that you all ought to be aware of it. His question is, how would an attacker be able to generate addresses that are comparable to a certain address that has been provided? This could not possibly be true from a cryptographic point of view. Identical to what he is stating, it is quite challenging to generate addresses that are so identical. And Minol simply states that they choose the address that is visually the most comparable from a vast list that has been pre-generated so that they already have control over it. Therefore, it is possible that they have a million different addresses from which to selection. After selecting the one that contains the greatest number of characters that are identical, they proceed to plug that in. In addition, the entire process is essentially carried out by a script that is automated, which is completely ridiculous. I am referring to the fact that this has the potential to impact billions of people, whether it be through apps or transactions. Consequently, this is not a trivial matter at all, and what I shall argue is that as long as you are following all of this advice from a large number of these people who are known to have a high level of credibility, it ought to be okay here. You should always make sure that anything you do online in the cryptocurrency arena is triple confirmed, especially if others want your cryptocurrency. Your keys are what they want. All of it is in their desire. Simply keep this in mind, will we? It is my sincere hope that I was able to rescue at least one of you guys from making a very serious error. If you did, I would appreciate it if you could simply click the like button on this video so that more people find it. I'll make a shameless plug for my trade indication while I'm currently in this location. I am employed in the crypto space. I am in possession of a trading indicator that is applicable to each and every cryptocurrency. The Solana XRP, there is a trading indicator that I have that has a 100% win rate over the past year for all of the most popular cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin. This indicator delivers strong buy signals and sell signals. Therefore, regardless of what you are trading and where you are dealing, whether it be on a decentralized exchange, DEX, a centralized exchange, or any other place where you may trade cryptocurrency, you should think about checking out my indication. My indication is how I bring value to my hundreds of thousands of followers online who are enjoying it, who are retaking advantage of this, and who are absolutely killing it. If you found this video